Welcome to the Explainer. So, you drive a Kia in the UAE, then you already know keeping it running smoothly in this intense climate is absolutely top priority. Today, we're diving into the Al-Miyar Guide to Kia Genuine Parts and Services. Consider this your ultimate guide to navigating the Sharjah market and protecting your vehicle's long-term performance.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. First up, why genuine Kia parts? Then, the anatomy of your Kia. After that, Al-Miyar's parts and services. And finally, navigating the price tag.
Section 1. Why genuine Kia parts? Let's be real. When it comes to maintaining your car, the stakes are incredibly high. We aren't just talking about keeping it looking pretty, right? We're talking about your safety on the road and long-term performance. Because at the end of the day, every single Kia owner has one primary goal: keeping their ride in its optimal, original condition. I mean, literally nobody wants to end up stranded on the side of the highway in the middle of summer, or getting hit with a massive repair bill just because some unreliable part decided to quit when you needed it most. And this is exactly where your choice of parts becomes absolutely crucial. Going with genuine Kia parts, that guarantees proper fitment, super smooth performance, and, this is a big one, a much higher resale value down the road. They're built exactly to the original engineering specs. On the flip side, rolling the dice with unapproved alternatives, sure, you might save a few dirhams up front, but you're basically opening the door to potential repair headaches and actively dragging down the long-term condition of your car. Honestly, choosing genuine parts is basically an insurance policy for your vehicle's future. Section 2. The anatomy of your Kia. Let's move on and see how this all builds. To really wrap our heads around vehicle maintenance, it helps to treat your car kind of like a patient. Al-Miyar effectively structures its massive inventory into 3 essential slices: moving parts, support systems, and body and service. This smart setup means finding that exact part you need in Sharjah is super organized and totally straightforward. It's like putting together a giant puzzle, but they've already sorted the pieces for you. Let's break down those moving parts first. These are the dynamic, hardworking components that actually keep you safe on the highway. We're talking engine parts, your gaskets, sensors, timing belts that drive efficiency. Then you've got your critical safety net, the brake system. That means pads, discs, and calipers engineered specifically for reliable stopping power. And of course, suspension and steering. Those shock absorbers and control arms, they give you that crucial driving stability, which is honestly a lifesaver when extreme summer heat is literally baking the rubber and joints on the road. Next up, we have these support systems. You can think of these as the unsung heroes of your car. Electrical parts like alternators, starters, and all that intricate wiring. They provide the essential spark and power. But pay really close attention to the cooling system. Radiators, water pumps, thermostats, they regulate the engine temperature. And if you're driving in the UAE heat, well, you already know. A flawlessly operating cooling system isn't just a nice-to-have, it's an absolute necessity for survival, for sure. Rounding out our little anatomy lesson is the body and service category. This covers all those routine maintenance items that keep your Kia breathing cleanly and functioning properly over the years, like oil, air, fuel, and cabin filters. It also includes the exterior stuff: bumpers, mirrors, lights, grills, basically everything you need if you're doing a restoration project or if you just want to keep your ride looking factory fresh. Section 3. Al-Miyar's Parts and Services. So Al-Miyar isn't just a retail counter. They really operate more like a proactive, strategic partner. They totally eliminate that frustrating guesswork that usually comes with buying auto parts through a really seamless journey. First, you get precise part identification support to match your exact model and year. Then, they give you compatibility guidance using the official Kia catalog, which is a real game changer for avoiding installation nightmares later. After that, a fast availability check to drastically cut down your downtime, and solid customer support straight through the whole ordering process. And actually, their infrastructure doesn't just cater to individual drivers either. Al-Miyar scales right up to supply wholesale and workshop bulk options. They act as a primary source for garages, repair centers, and professional automotive service providers all across Sharjah. Section 4. Navigating the price tag. Now, I know auto repairs can sometimes feel like a total financial black hole. But what's really interesting about this pricing matrix is how it completely demystifies the economics. It really comes down to a simple good, better, best model. Take brake pads, for instance. An aftermarket part, that might run you 120 to 250 dirhams. Step up to an OEM part, and you're looking at 200 to 400. But for a genuine Kia-branded part, it's 350 to 600 dirhams. And you see that exact same tiered scaling for oil filters, shock absorbers, radiators. The cost differences depend entirely on the quality tier you choose. To really dramatize this variance, let's spotlight a high-ticket item like headlights. Notice how massive the jump is at the high end of the spectrum. An aftermarket headlight peaks around 800 dirhams, but an OEM part, that jumps up significantly to 1,500. And if you want a high-end, genuine Kia headlight, that can scale all the way up to 2,500 dirhams. So yeah, the price scales dramatically based purely on the quality category. So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that prices in Sharjah's automotive market aren't just fixed numbers hanging on a wall. They fluctuate dynamically based on some very specific variables. Obviously, part origin and quality level matter, but so does your specific vehicle model and year. Then there's market availability. If a part is rare or suddenly super popular, the price shifts. Throw in the supplier network and the level of warranty attached to the part, and you've got the whole shebang of what determines that final price tag. The source material actually hits the nail on the head with this quote. In Sharjah's auto parts market, pricing is highly dynamic. Customers often request a direct quote. And that makes total sense, because fast-moving components are constantly shifting in price based on supply. Trying to rely on some static online price list can be super misleading. Reaching out for a custom, direct quote based on your specific car's details, that is hands down the smartest, most accurate move you can make as a consumer. Which brings us to our final thought. With prices constantly shifting in Sharjah's dynamic market, and knowing the vast consequential difference between aftermarket, OEM, and genuine parts, do you know exactly what's going into your Kia today? It's definitely something to chew on the next time you hand over your keys at the garage. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this deep dive into the Al-Miyar guide has empowered you to make the best possible calls for your car's safety and longevity. Catch you on the next one.